Hi, ladies. It's Mara Lewis here, calling in from Phoenix. I'm going to talk to you today about Facebook parties. And actually, I've been recording these videos now, and I'm making the videos that are too long because apparently I have a lot to say. So I'm going to break this up into two separate videos. I'm going to talk a bit about Facebook parties generally, and then I will do a separate video about actually setting up the technical semantics of setting up a Facebook party and how to run a Facebook party, the actual event. So I'm just going to talk to you a couple minutes about generally online marketing and online sales. And this is from somebody who's a novice. So I just want to let you know my impressions of what's going on out there. And the first thing that I want to say is that your online activity, your social media, this is all secondary. The primary heart of your business strategy should be gathering in the home. That's what Mary Martha is about. That is the mission of Mary Martha. It is for us to open up our homes. And so your Mary Martha business should not be based on online sales alone. In fact, I am, just praying constantly that I will get a local audience here in Arizona. I am really anxious to have more in-home gatherings. But right now, God is giving me online gatherings. And so I've had some experience. In fact, I've done several this week, and I've got a really nice one on Monday that I'm doing. And so this is what I'm working with. And God has given me, I hope, some talents to do this. But first off, in the home. So go and get those in-home gatherings. That's where it's at. This is all supplemental. So, and that being said, I actually wanted to invite you. I wanted to do these videos because I am doing a party on Monday. I am hopeful that it will be a successful online party. So if you want to come and just check out how I run my parties, you are welcome to join me on Monday night. If you go to my business page, it is Kristen's Gathering, and it's actually a rather large group. I'm totally surprised. I normally don't see this kind of activity so early. So come check that out, and you can see how I run things and if it works for you. So business in the home first, online second. So you're going to do an online party. You get an inquiry and says, hey, Mara, can you do an online party? What now? So I think the key thing here is that online parties take work, just like your regular parties, okay? So you have to do hostess coaching. The hostess coaching is a little different because you're now dealing with a hostess who is online. And certain people are really great online. They're very vivacious. They're very personable. They click, they share, they're engaging. Other people are more reserved online. Your hostess needs to understand that, Mara Lewis can sit out here and post pictures of products all day long, but their friends want to hear from them. And so their friends want to hear why they wanted to do the party. They want to hear what they want in the catalog. They want to see what they like. Those are the hostesses that do well. The hostesses that are really into it and active, engaged, and just like your regular hostess, it's amazing if your online hostess follows up with particular people, sends an IM, hey Susie, I'm doing this Mary and Martha party and I totally think this is right up your alley. That's when the sales happen. Your online hostess, you want to get together a little snail mail package of some catalogs and a hostess letter, a couple business cards, whatever it is you want to send her, and encourage outside orders, encourage her to go to her place of business with catalogs, meet with key people over lunch. She can even have her own book party, whatever it is that she's interested in doing. And I always encourage them to open their homes because that is the mission of our business. Open your homes, have coffee with your girlfriends, talk to them, look at the catalog, and that's great. So the online party is online, but it's all that other stuff still comes with it. So there's no cheating. There's no just sitting at your computer and hoping it happens. It doesn't happen if you're just sitting there. You have to actually talk to people. So you've gotten your hostess set up and you've got your online event going. A couple of key pieces of information that I think sometimes get lost because you are sitting behind a computer is that when you're online, people want to know you, okay? I started out by putting a picture of myself with my kids. That's good. I think a lot of people don't even do that, but they want to know that you're a real person, that you understand what they feel like when they're asked to open their homes. They understand that you know, Mary Lewis, I got a vacuum. You know, I'm worried about the dust on the windowsill, and I don't always want to have people over. You know, and it's okay. You have to, there's a little bit of, you know, back and forth that has to go on, and you have to make yourself vulnerable online, which seems really strange because the one thing being online allows you to have is a little bit of a persona. But, you know, the magic happens when they get a little bit of a peek into who I am, and they understand then why I love Mary and Martha. And then they're like, you know, I'm into this. You know, she's interesting. This product is interesting. She's saying something that speaks to me. So, you know, I think at national conference, maybe it was Kim, she got up, or the gals who did the product small group, they talked about, you know, what happens is the product is facilitating, you know, the connection, you know, that heart thing that goes on, you know, and what is the story that is going to give us that emotional response such that we then want to go and purchase it. You know, and I think one of the gals in my small group talked about how her granddad always had a honey pot, and she broke it numerous times, and every time she broke it, her granddad just went and grabbed another one, you know, and so whenever she sees the honey pot, she thinks of her granddad, you know. So there's a lot of that kind of feeling you have to somehow try to create on Facebook. And so I run a hour-long event. I actually run a party, and I have a time. I don't just open an event and start posting stuff. I open an event with about a week lead up, and I post not a lot. I don't try to inundate people because people will just decide they don't want to have anything to do with you and never look at it again. But, you know, like a post or two a day. You know, usually I post a little something from Pinterest about coffee. You know, and I'll put a picture of the mug up, or, you know, I'll put a link to, you know, a blog that's really interesting to me right now for whatever reason. Or I'll even put maybe some music from YouTube that I've been listening to. But just sort of a lifestyle posts, an interesting post, Mary and Martha inspiration. I actually keep a Pinterest board of inspirational posts, and I'll pull from that about hospitality and about being gracious and about hosting. I'll post a recipe, you know, and I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to sell until the actual event. And so that's how I run it. The event itself, I set up, you got to do some organizing with this, ladies. But I will set up a series of posts, usually a dozen to 15 posts. I number them. And then I have the narrative pre-written, and I have folders set up on my computer with all of the pictures and things that I want to post for each post. So I'll have post number 1, I pull the narrative in from my Word document or Google document, cut and paste. And then I pull in my pictures for number 1 from my number 1 folder post. I got my number 2 narrative, you know, and the format is the same as what you would do in your house. You got your introduction, thank the hostess, I do a roll call with a giveaway, run through a series of posts that hit the highlights of the catalog, the things that I like, and I don't hit everything. I pick and choose, and I cluster products together based on things that they have in common, Grace and Gratitude collection, you know, the kids, you know, whatever it is. And then I close, shopping link, business opportunity, host, follow-up. So it's the same structure. It's just online, and it's just a narrative instead of a verbal. The other thing that I do is, you know, use giveaways and use free shipping to your advantage. Giveaways, I usually do a giveaway associated with a roll call. So people will ask them to comment that they're in the party, and then they get entered into a drawing for something that is easy for me to ship. And usually if they win something, they'll buy something. And if they don't, that's okay, because I'm going to send them a catalog and a business card, and chances are they're going to love what I sent them, and they're going to want to buy more. And then free shipping, I read somewhere, and this I thought was a good piece of advice. The problem with an online party is that someone can sit on Facebook, look at everything, think it's fabulous, they'll even comment and say how amazing it is, and then no orders. So you've just spent an hour and you got nothing. So I read somewhere, and I think it was the Direct Sales Association, is that if you're going to offer free shipping, do it for a time-limited amount, you know, a limited amount of time after the event is over. So say I finish posting my last post on the shopping at, you know, 8:30. And so I will say, okay, if you place an order before 9 p.m., so 30 minutes, I will give you free shipping. So that encourages them, that gives them incentive to get off the Facebook party, go over to my Mary and Martha site, place the order. So if you're going to do free shipping, obviously it's your business, you're running it, but that's a nice little perk for someone who sat through the Facebook party, is on the fence, they're not sure they want to place the order, they go and they place because they're going to get free shipping from you for being there. So that's generally my impressions of Facebook parties. You've got to have a hostess who is engaged. You've got the best hostesses are the ones that are really active on social media, tons of friends, and they have no qualms of inviting everybody. If you do go to my event on Monday, you'll see that my host, Kristen, she's in direct sales. She's invited over 500 people, and I've got 30 people who've said they're coming. That's huge numbers. I have never seen that before. I'm usually dealing with a hostess who's invited 100, 150. We're getting maybe 5 to 6 people who are saying yes, maybe 3 to 4 people who are showing up. So the numbers are really rough on Facebook. The orders are coming from the friends and the family. So it's sending those catalogs in conjunction with the Facebook party, and it's sending people out to get orders. So it is yeoman's work, and I wish you the best. I have lots of impressions and thoughts, and I have another video coming your way on the technicalities of setting up the Facebook event. So hang on.